I've been noticing how much of human life can become organized around waiting, burying, hoping to be understood by another, a search for repair, for what we might call peace of mind, waiting for someone to finally see us correctly in the actual fullness of who we are. And I've been asking myself what it means to remain open-hearted to others while also staying fully alive to the heartbeat of my own life, all the while still living inside unresolved relationships. I have a few of those relationships in my own life where decades have transpired, years and years of distance, with each person feeling like the wronged or injured party, hoping maybe the other person will change, hoping for amends, hoping for movement, evaluating who carries the bigger burden, washing my hands of the whole situation. And I think these are important things to look at, honestly, not to be shoved under the carpet, not spiritually bypassed, not endlessly obsessed over either. Just brought into conscious awareness. What I've found is that when conscious awareness becomes the foundation for our lives, for my life, something very different starts to happen. Where the thinking mind is no longer trying to generate the whole of reality by itself. Instead, the mind begins to be nourished by a deeper field of awareness, a wider context, a steadier ground. And from there, something really beautiful can begin to emerge. Conscious awareness has the capacity to hold complexity in a way that the mind just can't. It can hold prior hurts and deep love for another person at the very same time. It can acknowledge damage without enfolding completely into blame. And I want to be very clear here. I'm absolutely not saying everybody always plays a part. I don't believe that's true entirely in all cases. Sometimes tremendous harm has been done. Sometimes the burden sits overwhelmingly with one person. Sometimes we're the injured party, and sometimes we're the one who has caused the injury. And sometimes it's very layered and complicated. There are many variations on the human condition. But what I'm saying is this: everything benefits from being held in conscious awareness. Everything, especially the things that ache heavily in our hearts. It's true for me. Estrangements, losses, regrets, people who are still alive and people who are gone forever. Conversations that never happened, apologies that never came, repair that no one even thought they could do or even consider to ask about what might be needed. Love that still exists despite everything. Bringing the fullness of these situations into conscious awareness isn't detachment, it's not avoidance, and it's not deflection. It's actually returning to the very source from which clarity, compassion, discernment, and action can begin to flow. Conscious awareness as the foundation, steady, the place that holds, the dimension that continues flowing with the pure waters of clarity, the waters that are capable of nourishing the mind instead of the mind endlessly trying to save itself through more thinking. What I know is that conscious awareness has plenty of room for love and hurt, responsibility, innocence, distance, and care, grief, and aliveness. This too and that, conscious awareness, the dimension that's always flowing with clarity, that nourishes your mind and holds your soul's expression in this life in the very best way possible. Thanks for listening today. I'll see you soon.